Hello, hello, everyone.
Hi.
Here we are, Tipsy Realtor, and today we're
Tipsy
doing
Realtors.
sorry. And today we're doing a brown sugar old fashioned, and
Yes.
we're talking about how sweet it is to engage your agent at the right time when buying or selling a home, and how it helps reduce your stress.
Yeah, it's a great topic. I think we get actually a lot of clients ask that question, and sometimes we find that people don't engage us in the right timely manner.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about that. But we're gonna start with my first, kind of probably my favorite type of old fashioned.
The brown sugar
The
one.
brown sugar one. Well, it's just the way it's put together. The flavors they like play so well together.
All right, so we're starting with just a rocks glass, nothing fancy. And what we're gonna do is we're not gonna put the alcohol in the rocks glass right away. We're putting in our 4 dashes of bitters.
Yeah,
we're
gonna start the bitters, your classic.
Yeah, and then we're putting in a teaspoon of brown sugar.
Oh, it's actually quite a bit, eh? Usually, like if you have gone to proof or something like that, they put a little cube of brown sugar.
Yeah,
and
that
just
would work.
Smell too, yeah.
And then we put in a teaspoon of water, and now we're gonna muddle it.
Muddle it.
So we're muddling it all together, making sure it's nice and mixed with everything together.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna throw in your 2 ounces of, I have brown sugar bourbon, which again, you can go on to Liquor Connect and find your brown sugar bourbon.
But you can use really like any your favorite bourbon.
Yeah. And then we're gonna take our nice big ice cube.
Yeah. I should have done that.
And we're gonna take our orange twist, twist it, rub it around the edges, get all the nice oils in there.
Yeah.
Put that in there.
That's what I said when I was cutting the orange peel. It's like I like my orange peel like being like nice and big piece because it really brings the fragrance to the drink, and those oils open up with the sugar, with the cinnamon stick, and just so amazing.
So now I've put the cinnamon stick in there, and I use mine to kind of stir mine all together because I like mine well mixed. And this is your brown sugar old fashioned. Hang on, I'm gonna switch. Right there, that's your brown sugar old fashioned. Nice and pretty. Take a look. It looks really nice. And here we go. Give a shot.
Oh, it smells so delicious.
All he smells is a cinnamon stick.
No, orange. Oh, yum.
This one actually, I have to say, if you like pumpkin spice stuff.
Oh, yeah, skip the pumpkin spice.
This is super like pumpkin spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does have that spice for sure.
Yeah.
It's cinnamon, right? And that's always kind of on the sweeter side because we do put the sugar in there.
Yeah, it is on the sweeter side, which is nice because I'm not a real kind of alcohol forward person, but I would probably, I'd have this one. What do you laugh?
Nothing. Alcohol forward person.
I know. I don't like my really like alcoholic-y drinks.
Yeah, not strong drinks.
Spirit forward.
Yeah, this one is definitely if you enjoy the old fashions, but you like to cut that alcohol strength bourbon or whiskey taste. Definitely give yourself a big slice of the orange peel, and the sugar definitely helps. I really love this one.
I would make this.
It's a little bit too sweet for me. I probably can have only one of those.
Really?
But it's really just good as a treat.
I could totally just sip these. I could. These would be a nice sipping.
I like a more alcoholic side. More boozy, less sweet. Yeah.
All right. So today we're talking about when the right time to engage your real estate agent is for buying or selling a home. So things that you have to remember is that when you're doing this, I know lots of times people are saying, well, should I wait until the actual, what are you looking at?
I forgot to close the door behind
me. When should we wait for the actual time that we're going to list? You know, lots of times people will actually do all this work before they even call us knowing that they're going to list. And sometimes they've done too much and sometimes they've done not enough. And sometimes some things you need to do to the house are kind of timely. So I would say as soon as you know you want to list your house, call your real estate agent.
Yes. I think like we talked about many times, preparation is the key to majority of the processes, right? Just think about this, like, you know, you guys either selling a property or buying a property, it's an investment either way because you're getting the money in the bank or you're spending the money. It's a lot of money. So why not to spend months of preparing for that? getting your information
Yeah.
ready, right? Sometimes, so if you're selling your home, for example, like how many times like we listed this, especially like in the last 6 months, within a week, right? Person
Yeah.
goes like, I need to list today, and how stressful it is for the clients because we show up. I was like, well, this needs to be done
Yeah.
because right now market is changing.
Yeah.
Sellers need to put a little bit more work in presenting their homes to the potential buyer. So that work needs to be done. We're like, well, now everybody's stressed out because we're trying to get the house ready, to get it staged, to get it photographed, and listed within the week before,
Well,
right?
and we had one client who their house shows better with it being staged with a stager's furniture than I did with theirs. So we need to coordinate that,
Yeah.
bringing in the furniture and all that kind of stuff.
Just imagine taking like 30% of your furniture now out of the house and listing it tomorrow.
Exactly.
How
That's
stressful can that be, right?
exactly. So that's why you engage the agent on the front end so we can come up with a plan of knowing, even if it's 6 months down the road, you're listing 6 months down the road. Let's say you bought a brand new house and it's being built and it's 8 months away. Call your agent in, have them sit there and discuss. Because for a lot of times, especially when you're building and stuff, there are certain times that we need to list the house. And keep in mind, we can't predict the future. So sometimes markets change. So we had one client that I will still swear to this day they had an 850 house, and unfortunately because we had to wait 2 months to list, their house price went down to 776, and there's nothing that we can do to control that. It was just the change of the market, and it super sucks. And I told him, I said, if you waited till spring of next year, it's going to be an 850 house, but unfortunately, if you want to sell today, it's unfortunately this is the price now, and it sucks.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And my favorite part is meeting a client early is
Yeah.
because we get to know each other a little bit, right? Because when you start listing a home and you can't, maybe you never met us before, right?
Yeah.
That rapport, that trust that we create, because it's not only for the client to get the trust of a realtor, but it's also realtor to trust in the client, in a sense that we want to make sure we have a mutual understanding of how it's going to happen, what kind of people are, how we communicate. That also takes time. And when we already know, we have created rapport and we have created trust, the transaction goes so much smoother, right? It's like a new relationship, really.
It is like any
Yeah.
relationship. And also too is we want to talk about the timing of the market. Sometimes if you're flexible on your timing, we may want to be very strategic when it goes up based on your exterior, based on where you're located, based on activity around you. We may know things that are happening in the market. Like we may know that they're predicting to have a trade agreement in Q1, Q2, because we're doing our research. Obviously, we can't predict the future, but we're hearing rumors, or we're hearing rumors that interest rates are going up, or we're hearing rumors that interest rates are coming down. So those are all things that we may want to strategically time, because you have to remember that we as real estate agents, we live and breathe this stuff.
Yeah. And again, if with Calgary, number one, the whole Calgary market is always changing. And secondly, not all the Calgary markets within the Calgary or surrounding areas are the same. So depending on what your goals are, especially if you're even buying or selling, it doesn't really matter. That you have to understand that your market to you is unique, and you cannot read the news headlines what the Calgary's market doing, what Alberta market is doing, and especially what Canada's market is doing, because it's completely irrelevant to you.
Well, and again, Alberta, we all know Alberta's our own special little bubble when it comes to a lot of
Yeah.
things in our economy. So sometimes you'll hear headlines that the Calgary market or the Canada market is collapsing, and that might be Toronto and Vancouver, but it's not Calgary.
Yeah. Another thing I'm going to mention to the buyers and the sellers, and I think it's a little bit more important for the buyers, is agreements. We have, I call them a service agreement. It's like we are agreeing to work with each other. So the sellers have a listing agreement where we discuss the terms and conditions for selling of your home, including the realtor fee, the price, and the possession things, right? And of course, for the buyer has also a buyer representation agreement. And this is how we work together in terms of what's our responsibility as an agent, what your responsibility as a client, how we get paid, what our services may include to you as a buyer, right? So those things are also important. And when you haven't had a chance to look through all the paperwork, you also feel like now you're signing something like your life away, and you have like no idea what's happening. So going through the paperwork prior even start looking or putting a sale sign on front of your property, it's good to understand, because you're gonna feel confidence and strength that you are working with the right professionals, so you understand the process.
Well, and my favorite thing too is when we've got clients that are wanting to buy another property, is talking about whether listing their house first or buying the house first is the right thing to do. So recently we had our market going so crazy for the last 4 years. So we would say buy the house first and we'll list your house because we know it'll sell. But now the markets have shifted. And now I would say you'd probably want to put your house up for sale first, get it conditionally sold before we start looking.
Absolutely.
So the markets do change that rapidly. And when I say they change that rapidly, it changed from basically July 31st to August 15th. Our markets rapidly changed. It was that fast.
And again, it's because we had such a interesting last 3 years, which were abnormal for us. In Calgary, we definitely were going through the change of growth, but we do have our own wave, and only like really seasoned realtors know that wave.
Yeah.
We rode that wave many times. Spring is up, summer is a little bit down, fall is stable, winter is a little bit down, but you also like as an agents who work full time or in like every day in and out, we know like, oh, something's happening with the market. So when you come to us and you start chatting, we're like, well, generally that's what we see, but what we're seeing right now, our market is rapidly speeding up. So I would recommend maybe act more quicker.
Absolutely.
If you try to save the money as a buyer, then you have to also figure it out, when is that right time to buy for you? Because again, there are pockets, but you have to remember inventory, price, all that demand all differs.
Absolutely. Now, hang on one
What are we
second
doing?
because it is coming up to our favorite time, which is prize time.
Oh, price time. Okay.
So we had our
October.
winner last month for
Last week
for grain.
Oh, we had a shaker set
That's right, for the shaker set.
and a hat.
So
like Tipsy Realtor
So
hat.
now this week we actually have a different shaker set.
It's a bartender kit.
It is.
So
we're trying to get you guys prepped. So here,
Yeah.
let me show it to you. I'll show you exactly what is on it. So you can see here, you have all the tools that you could possibly need when bringing your friends over and making them cocktails and wowing them.
Believe it or not, I don't have it all.
You don't have it all?
I don't have it all. I do have a shaker.
I have it in 3 different houses.
Mm.
So, because I have Airbnb, so
So-
I put a shaker set in
Yeah,
at least
so
3.
that's going to be a price for October.
4. I have
Oh.
a shaker set in 4 houses.
4 houses, yes. So the way you win it is to follow Tipsy Realtors on all social media platforms. And of course, we on Facebook Live, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn. And did I say everything? So if you see Tipsy Realtors anywhere on any social media, please like it, love it. And of course, you get extra points for sharing or tagging your friends and family, even
Or
if it's just for a
commenting.
drink or commenting. Yes, we would love to hear your feedback. And if you have great ideas for season 7, we would love to. We do actually take notes throughout the year and save cool cocktails and take notes on cool topics. And then when we sit down and at the end of season 6, we start planning season 7. We put all those in.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a fun afternoon.
And you're also gonna have honorary mention on the show if your cocktail was made.
Absolutely. And next week we are talking about the Incredible Hulk. So we are going to
Halloween.
Yeah, well, we're getting closer, right? So we're doing the Incredible Hulk, and we're talking about the muscle you get with an experienced team of agents.
Ooh, the muscle.
The
I'm
muscle.
gonna bring one.
This is the big muscle.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's going to be actually a great topic.
Wonderful. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great week. Thank you for joining us for Liquid Lunch on Wednesday. I hope you learned a lot, and I cannot wait to see you guys next week.
Bye.